Hey, welcome to this Command Modern Air Naval Operations gameplay video. If you love modern simulations, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Hey, welcome. It's time to play some Command Modern Air Naval Operations. Today we're going to load up a new tutorial scenario that I've already got a nice save game all lined up. We're playing Uncle Mark's Tutorials, number 2, English Jets over Uganda, 1973. So it's a pure air scenario, no ships, no submarines, only aircraft and ground units. And if you recall, we played Uncle Mark's Tutorial number 1, which was a NATO surface action group, I don't know how many videos ago. He does pretty good stuff, and this one is challenging. So we're going to jump in there. But first, if you'd like, you can read all of this, and then I'll take 2 or 3 deep breaths while you pause the video. Well, if you haven't, there you go. You can come back and do it. But right now, what's important is you are in command of a squadron, or command of a strike force, formed from detachments of a number of RAF squadrons. You have 3 basic missions. You are to first cripple the Ugandan Air Force in the sky and gain air superiority. You are also to fly reconnaissance missions over Entebbe. Finally, you are to conduct airstrikes against selected ground targets. Well, you get to select the target, so that's a good thing. So let's load it up. And while it's loading, and maybe even a little while after it's loaded, hey, if you haven't subscribed, why not? Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you'll know when I've posted another video. Like and share, that'd help the channel a lot. Yeah, just hit that like and share with your friends. But most especially, leave me a comment. Okay, here we are. There is Entebbe. Here is our airbase. What toys do we have to play with? And it came up on the other monitor. Let's take a quick look. We have 6 Lightning F6s armed with 2 red top missiles and 30mm cannon. We have 8 Buccaneer Strike birds, 2 of which are configured for reconnaissance, 6 of which have 4 Mark 13 1,000-pound general purpose bombs in an internal bomb bay. Neat old bird. We have 2 Shackleton airborne early warnings, and that's worth looking at because that thing looks like something out of World War II. Look at those reciprocating engines. Kind of primitive, quite honestly. The radar, I mean, radar, but that's about it. It's radar. We have 8 Phantom 2s, 4 of which are configured for air superiority, 4 of which are configured with rockets for SEAD, for suppression of enemy air defenses. Okay, I have fixed the pre-brief weapon state. That's a really interesting thing real quick. You get into a scenario, you need to look at their pre-planned weapon state. I've changed this one to Winchester. It was set up as shotgun. All BVR standoff weapons have been suspended, disengage. Actually, I think it was shotgun 1 engagement, disengage immediately. Now, I think I know what the scenario designer had in mind, and I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it by hand. So we'll get into that more in just a minute. Let's get that out of the way. I have prepared, and that came up on the other monitor, a number of missions ready to go. I'll put this here where it can be seen. Got an airborne early warning mission, and there's the track it will run. I have 3 Buccaneer Strike missions, none of which have targets because we don't know what we're going to hit yet till we get the reconnaissance in. I got 2 F4 SEAD missions, which don't have targets either because we need to see what's there. I have a fighter sweep with the F4s, which is going to operate in this area. I have fighter sweeps with Lightnings that are going to operate in this area, and my reconnaissance missions, that's the route they'll run. Now, what's the deal here? Why is this fighter sweep over here and these 2 fighter sweeps over here? Well, these guys will launch at about 2:25 a.m. and these guys will launch at about 2:38 and 2:40 So sometime later, we go rolling in to this area. We hunt down whatever they've got near. We make with the shoot bang fire and try to kill it, and then we leave and hope to draw their reaction over into this area. Now, I placed this with my best estimation of their radar range based on previous plays, and I think they're probably got about a 70-mile range, and I'm pretty sure that we're outside of that. It might be 75 miles. They might be able to see in us a little bit, but for the most part, I hope to draw them in over here, or at least at the far edges of their radar, and try to beat them to death. If you play this scenario, and right now I've got all these got the game options. The message log is turned off. We won't be seeing a lot of pop-ups. If you click this, it's going to drive you crazy with all their suggestions, and they suggest you do this, draw them away and shoot them up and all that kind of good stuff. It's not a bad idea. It's just a little hard to pull off. They also say that, the Ugandan Air Force is cadet level. Well, those MiG-21s seem to be getting more hits with their missiles than I am with mine when I played. So, better percentage hits, I guess I should say. What else do we need to talk about before we get too deeply in here? One thing I have done, one thing you should know, you should always be sure that your MCON status is right. It will often start you off with passive radars, so you need to go through your aircraft and put them in the proper mode, their proper MCON state for your plan. The other thing is I talked before about the pre-planned weapon state. Weapon release authorization is kind of funny. These Sparrows are good to about 24 miles, but I think they've only got about a 50 or 55% base probability of hit, which drops significantly once you get out to range. And then you've got maneuvering targets and and they don't hit very often. So I have changed them to 15 nautical miles, and I quite honestly am tempted to change it to 10 to increase the chance to hit. So, ooh, that wasn't good. What do you say we do that just for fun, just to see how it'll work? So that's something you need to be aware of. I'm not going to go through the missions in any detail. We've built missions before. You have these station areas that they are operating in for patrols. You have the routes that support missions run. There's all kinds of things going on here, and I'm sure I'll think of something else that I should have told you before it's all said and done. But I've been chattering for 8 minutes, and I think it'll be more fun to get going. Now, I have been struggling with the interface. For some reason, in this scenario, it's been worse. Don't be surprised if I'm chewing on the microphone. In any case, what we could do is go ahead and get started. I want to turn the time dilation to 30 seconds and hit the button, and let's watch it start. All right. Shackleton's in the air. Picking up contacts. He's already seeing them. These guys, that must be a jet of some type making 300 knots, and that's not a jet making 170 knots. What mode am I in? Switch to group view. Group view is much better than anything else. All right, the F4s are in the air, and the radars are on. All right, and the follow-up, the ambushers and the lightnings are on their way. I'll get a little further up in here and stop. Okay. Adjust this down to 5 seconds. Let's close in here and start taking a look at what's going on. Now, I think I showed you, one of the things I didn't show you is that I've got these guys under pretty tight leash. I'm not letting them investigate contacts on their own for nothing, because all these contacts will have them wandering all over the place, and it'll make this ambush I have in mind about impossible to pull off. We're seeing these uncertainty areas here. We're seeing probably fire control radars from these AAAs. We also see some bogeys that we're uncertain of here, here, and here. That one's making 100 knots. I'm going to hit N and call him neutral. I'm at 5 seconds. Let's go ahead and let it rock. When they get their radars on these contacts, we'll get a little better feel for them. And it's happening slowly but surely. And come on now, come on. I know there's some bad guys out here. Just got to get enough data from the airborne early warning and from our radars on the F4s. Boom. 36,000 feet, 485 knots, 300. That are bad guys. Now I can right click, mark them hostile, or I can click on them and use the H key. All right, now 10 nautical miles, right? Control D. They're going to get really close. That 10 nautical mile thing might not have been the greatest idea. Well, let's see. This is the 24 nautical mile range, a max range. Why don't you guys come over here? I'm probably not going to. Let's deselect that, speed things up. Those guys are coming into position. And this is fixing to get serious now. What is that? 170 knots. I'm going to mark him neutral. Okay. Okay, guys, you're a nice line echelon. Turn back here and get a look at these guys. Come on. You know where the hostiles are. All right, they are coming into weapons. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Turn into them. Ought to be seeing some launches. Outstanding. That was a 50% hit rate. I am so happy I can't stand it. All right. Well, we're going to say, you know what? What a great day. I'm going to hit B. Tell them to go home. RTB as ordered. Now, they're climbing back to their 36,000 foot assigned altitude. And they're going to come boiling out of here if things go like they normally do to come chase us. And this is why I'm pretty sure the pre-planned weapons state was that, is that the scenario designer intended that these guys play a game like we're doing here. I'm surprised I've gotten this far away without them coming off the... There we go. They're in the air now. Somebody's done got angry and wants something. They want some. They want some. All right, these guys are coming into place. These guys are probably going like crazy to get out here to catch these guys. At some point, I'm going to need to turn around and lock them down a little bit, or they'll sneak up behind me and shoot me in the back. Okay. Come on, guys. You know you want some of this. Let's pause. Let's unassign them. Let's do an F3, point them in this direction. And when you do that, for some reason, the sensors go stupid. So we got to turn them back on. And there they are, making 762 knots. Okay, guys, I want you Wrong window. Lightnings, investigate contacts outside of patrol area. Right. And let's mark these hostile. And here comes, ooh, look, more. 5 knot, yep, those are hostile. Get them, boys, get them, get them. Well, 25% hit rate, that doesn't surprise me. This guy has gone RTB again. I don't know why you got to fight him so hard on this. In fact, what we need to do is tell him F1, attack that. They ought to come around. Meanwhile, these guys are after him big time. Big time. Get him, get him. And these guys are refusing to play. Have they gone bingo fuel? Yes, they have. I got to let them go. All right, it's up to the lightnings. Red top launch. Got him. All right, the F4s are heading to the barn. And it's going to be a fight now with the lightnings against the MiGs. I think they killed one of ours. I think they did. Yep, they got a 23 millimeter burst in the face and killed a lightning. We got one of them with guns too. Those guys are hostile, clearly. The red top launch. Good shooting, Tex. We've got all those birds all packed into one little spot. Yep, 7 of them right there at 17,000 feet. And we're off. Guns, guns, guns would be my guess. Head-on passes again. Got him. Got him. Oh, that was a beautiful thing. How are we doing? We killed 8. That guy is hostile. Oh, both of them are hostile. The question is, are these guys still in the game? Yes, they are. They still have go juice. Looks like they're going to want to play. I'm not real happy with them extending out there. They're going to run out of gas and suddenly turn around and start getting shot in the back if they're not careful. But we're committed now. Got both of them. Oh. Don't get much better than that. Guys, I'm all about you guys doing the RTB thing. Right? Yep, RTB is ordered. RTB is ordered. Let's hope they don't get chased down. Now, what's the next thing we need to do? We need to launch the recce mission. Wait. These guys may have somebody coming up on their rear end. They're climbing out 600 knots. They're running low. They got 12 minutes of fuel left. They got a little fuel left. I bet you this guy is behind them pushing hard. Oh. I don't know whether I should turn them around or not. You'd think our airborne early warning would give us a better feel for this. The area of uncertainty is well behind us. I'm not feeling too bad about it. A little nervous about putting the reconnaissance bird in the air while we've got that unknown out there. Let's kick that up to 5 seconds, speed things up a bit. And Yeah, he's over there floating around in this area, which is going to be quite the hazard for our reconnaissance bird. I think we're going to wait a few minutes and see if he runs out of gas and needs to land before I launch the Riki bird. Let's kick that up to 15. Oh my goodness, look at that. Yeah, he chased us all the way to there and then decided he is probably out of gas. Okay, hope that's true because we're about to launch a Buccaneer. And a reconnaissance bird, single loop, activate his mission. And the F4s are landing. And let's go. All right, well, he's screaming in 36,000 feet. He'll descend to 6,500 feet. Well, why would I do that other than I want to get close enough to look? Well, if you take a look down here, weather, moderate, middle clouds, 7 to 16,000 feet, no rain, 25 degrees C. We got to get below that cloud deck because this guy uses cameras. He doesn't have any other sensors. And pause. Now, I've lost several of these to the AAA in here, and I've lost some to aircraft. We're going to jump into unit mode, fight the interface, slow things down to 5 seconds, let him come screaming in and see what he can find. One second. We'll get to see if there's any AAA. We'll actually be able to see the shots. Usually you can anyway. I don't see any from there. Ought to be some here and here. I'm holding my breath. That's the radar. Outstanding. Well, looks like he got away with it. Let's kick him up a little bit. I'll take another look in there. Really, is that all we saw? Yeah, that's kind of uncertain, but there's something there, and that radar is what I want to kill. All right, now I'm going to pull a little video production trick and actually stop. I'm going to save the game because I have screwed this up so many times I don't want to lose all this work. And then we're going to jump in and we're going to launch our SEAD strikes. Okay, let's bring the mission editor back in here. Before I do that, let's zoom back in on our target, fighting the interface that was designed by I don't know who. Okay, I want to be able to get this on the map. I want to be able to see this and get this on the map, or on the monitor, I should say, and select my F4s with the rockets. You can see I've got no targets selected, but I'm going to select that guy and say add the surveillance number 225 to this guy's mission. And I'm going to select that AAA and add that there. Now, the other thing I want to do is make sure that these SEAD missions have their radars on, and they do not. So we want to make sure they do. I have run into defenders. There's still Ugandan Air Force guys around. I actually shot them down. Right, that's good and active. What I haven't done, let's see. Well, they're set to 15 nautical miles for their, we're going to kick them both into 10 nautical miles for launches. They've only got 4 Sparrows per flight. We need to get up close enough to be sure that we can have a much better chance to hit. Okay, well, I think all we need to do is make that mission active. Make that mission active. Oops, not that mission. That mission's already active. That mission active. That mission active. Now, these missions we need to delete. Why would I do that? Well, let's take a quick look. Let's zoom out from this mess. Let's zoom out from this. Jesus Christ on a crutch. Zoom out. Why would I do that? Why would I want to delete these missions? Well, when those guys land, they're not here yet, but when they land, those fighters have quick turnaround enabled. So within an hour, they will be ready to launch again. And if they have missions assigned, they'll launch on them. I got other ideas for them now. They don't need to do this anymore. So we need to tell them, nope, nope, and nope. Okay. Let's get the SEAD on the road. And watch this guy on the return. All right. Now, do they have their radars on? Yes, they do. Very good. And pause. Let's zoom in. Let's slow things down to 5 seconds. And let's watch. I'll speed it up just a bit and slow it down. And we'll see how well they do and if they get shot down. I've lost these guys to AAA and I've lost them to aircraft. With any luck, today they'll do these guys dirty without any of those issues. Here they come. Slow it down. You get to watch we get to watch the rockets come off. Excuse me. Down to real time. 580 knots, 120 feet ASL, 400 feet above the ground. Surprise, here we are. Oh, looks like there we go. There's a shot. Hit on the radar. Ooh, did these guys pause? Did these guys have weapons left at all? Nope, they don't. Okay. Here comes the attack on this AAA. That's the 14.5 millimeter twin. I think those are 37s there. Surprise! Oh, you're not going to shoot. Maybe that they were trying to get a... Oh, do they have weapons? Yeah, they do. They just didn't shoot. Pause. These guys still have rockets left. Hey, you know what? Unassign. F1. Go to that guy. That was, am I in the right mode? Switch to group view. That wasn't a good idea. Select the flight. Unassign. F1 on that guy. Is that going to work? Sometimes I get this so screwed up. Unplotted course. Unassign. F1. Go there. How about Shift F1? This guy, he's still got 64 weapons. All of them. That should bring somebody around. This guy is hunting. He's trying to figure out where that guy is. That uncertainty. With any luck now, we're going to get him too. I'm also surprised he isn't getting shot up from here. Of course, it ain't over. They are shooting. I saw it. Come on, do him. Well, he gets his weapons off. I don't think we did much. Oh, run, run, run. He's after you. This isn't good. We just can't seem to pin this guy down. The reconnaissance didn't get us, and he's having a hard time spotting it, is what it looks like. That's something. That is something. It's just fascinating. Oh, he's shooting at him. You can see it coming right down there. Do it. Shoot. You see him? Just doesn't look like we can nail him down. Um, I haven't seen it with this much trouble. I haven't seen this much problem before. I'm tempted to point him at this other battery, but that other battery has already done its thing. And these guys are circling around that way, which is extremely dangerous. Can I get you to come this way? Oh, and they're shooting at them. Look at that right there. Okay, we just have to live with it. They're really low. I don't like them going right over those guys. That's just so dangerous. Oh, they're flying right over AAA sites. Bang, bang. Oh, come on. Can't you hit this guy? Shift F1. Him. Target downrange ambiguity. It's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any better. Shift F1. Here. Allocate. All right, we got him. And shift F1 there. Horizontal range. Let's allocate all of them. Maybe he can put his nose on him. Well, he did. I don't know if he'll hit or not, but we can get out of here because circling over the target over and over again is just looking for a way to die. All right, we nailed that guy. And now we can see that guy. They are RTB. Okay, outstanding. That was actually pretty cool. Oh, is he? What? Are you circling around? I thought we were completely out of weapons. We are. And you are status RTB. All right. Well, now it's time to plan some Buccaneer strikes. Well, okay. Now, there's one thing that we need to notice. There's 15 hours and 10 minutes left in this mission. So you can, and sometimes you have to, spend a lot of time doing this. Okay? I mean, you can make this strike and then wait 5 hours for your survivors to load bombs and go back. And in the meantime, they may have put some aircraft back in the air. It's a pain. So we're going to try to put a cramp in their style. We're going to come back in here and try to get the control tower. So Buccaneer Strike 1 is going after the control tower. Now we should have 7 lightnings on the ground. It looks like that they are all not ready. In fact, this is such a mess. Let's zoom out. So I can get on the base. Open up the aircraft. Phantoms are ready to go. The lightnings are within 2 minutes. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that. But by the time we'll get the missions planned, and we'll wait till that thing is ready to go because we're going to have escorts, which is something I've never done before, or at least not except in this particular scenario. And I want to show you how that works. And the mission editor. So, Buccaneer Strike 1, these two guys at the control tower with Lion 1, Lion 2. Select that. Mark selected as escorts, mission doctrine. MCON settings, active. Okay. Buccaneer Strike 2. There's a whole lot of really neat avgas right here. Take those 3 avgas tanks and select them. I'm going to add those guys as escorts. Buccaneer Strike 3. There's an ammo shelter right there. Add the ammo shelter. I actually think I've got a problem here. These 2 guys as escorts. 2 aircraft ought to fix that. Mark selected. We've got targets. We've got escorts. All we got to do is activate this mission. Now, let's back into group view. The difference between group view and unit view is something you're going to need to really study and play with. It's real important. It makes handling. Sometimes you have to be in unit view, but you really like being in group view. Okay, we're going to select this area right here. Those 4. Back to the mission editor. I want a target cap. So we're going to create a new mission, tar cap. And it's going to be a patrol, anti-air patrol. It's inactive. And we need to assign, I think, a couple of phantoms for high cover. And let's ready this selected aircraft. Okay, they're going to be in that area. I like that. We want their station altitude to be 36,000 feet. I don't want them investigating targets outside of that area. And cruise and we'll leave them on loiter. We can change that when we get there. All right. Now, we have to at least run the game long enough to get these other guys right here ready before I do that. Do I have any of these guys active? In fact, I'm going to eliminate that reconnaissance mission. I'm going to make it inactive anyway. Reconnaissance bird hasn't landed. I don't want him launching again. I see he hasn't landed. He may be on the ground. I don't see him. He may be on the ground, but I want him inactive. All right, let's watch this guy get ready. Watch those guys run away. Looks like they got away with it. I think everybody is good to go. All these guys look good. This guy's 3 hours and 45 minutes away from launching again. I've got a ready reconnaissance bird. I've got ready strikers. I've got my tar cap ready. I've got these 6 birds ready as escorts. I think we are good to go. I'm curious, where were we? Where is our standing? Minor victory. We've lost 1 lightning. We've killed 10 of their birds. Some AAA. 1 binoculars. We killed some binoculars. Okay, I'll take that. We killed some binoculars. And no neutrals. That's always a good thing. Let's make the tar cap active and let them get off the ground, and then we'll start the strikers up. Now we can come here and watch that happen. It's not select that tar cap. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. And go. All right, they're on their way. Got a clear runway. Active. 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 One thing I didn't check. Yep, he's got his radars on. He's happy. Let's go. And they've sorted themselves out and they're on their way. So our target cap is moving into the area. And we'll slow down and watch it happen. Now, I guess I could speed it up a bit. I'm a little nervous, I have to admit, about them getting something in the air. Stop. Because I like watching the fun. And get back into unit. Problem with that is if I have to manipulate the flights, it becomes kind of a pain. 5 seconds. Start. Stop. Down to 2 seconds. You will be able to see the weapons leave the birds. This should be, yep, those are strike birds. Those are the guys going after the control tower. Probably gonna get shot at. There, the weapons are away. It's fixing to get exciting in the control tower. What control tower? All right, that should be that's their escorts. They're getting shot at. All right, here comes the guys going after the ammo shelter. I probably could have spread this bombing around a little bit. I've had some mixed results. It's like to hammer them real hard right now. We can always come back. Weapons are away. Look at them. Dump. And it looks like they're not killing anybody with their AAA. Oh, we got part of a hangar. And we got the ammo shelter. Zoom out a little bit. What's our target cap doing? Well, he's just flying along, keeping an eye on things. And now we go after the fuel. How are we doing? Minor victory still. All right. And after the 3 fuel tanks, I have actually failed to blow up all of them. We hit with 8 1,000-pound bombs in there and get 2 of the tanks. That's the brakes, huh? Weapons are away. Boom. All right, anybody gonna get shot down? Ooh, I think we got all the fuel tanks. Very good, guys, very good. Pause. Game. We've got a major victory so far. Pretty cool. Now, actually, I'm not sure what the scoring threshold is for it to jump up and say, yeah, you've won. I'm not real sure. Okay, we're going to let these guys... Whoa, we got to fight. Somebody got off the ground. Let's get in here. Let's get out of that view so we can see what's going on. And Lord, did they get some guys off the ground. Wow. The escorts are swarming. MiG-21s, MiG-21s, MiG-21s. All right, let's slow this down. Red tops away, sparrows away. Gotcha. Well, they got a lot of weapons coming after them. Gotcha. Gotcha. I'm having lots of gotchas right now. The scenario has concluded. You will be presented with evaluation of your performance. Triumph. Dum, 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 dum. I think shooting down the rest of those airplanes put us over the top. So there you go. This has gone a long time. It'd be fun to watch the rest of it, but who cares? The whole point is that worked pretty well. I am really happy with that outcome. Very happy with that outcome. Believe me, I have played this. Oh, you just don't want to know how many times I have played this scenario, how many different ways I've tried to make it work. It is fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. And a screenshot. But hey, I hope you learned something. I certainly have. And I hope to see you again soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of very young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button and please share and comment. See you again soon.